The key is to dealing with cognitive biases. Being aware of them for yourself, integrating the knowledge into your organizations about them, and finally using science-based techniques. So I talked about 2 science-based small techniques, small tweaks that you can use. Lots more strategic techniques available. Those of you who have handouts, I'll talk about what you can do with them, but I have a book available, a limited number of copies outside on the table, and I'll be autographing it after the presentation. So this is just simply sponsored by the company for which I work, so it's not paid, you can take one, but there's a limited number of copies. So I suggest if you want one, you make sure to grab it. Specific strategies. You want to put numbers on your evaluations of reality. Putting numbers creates transparency. You predict what's going to happen. You evaluate what is a specific number, how good something will be. That's a really great strategy to work with optimists and pessimists, because optimists will tend to have high evaluations, pessimists will tend to have low evaluations, and you can predict more realistic evaluations if you work together. You clearly communicate about the numbers to relevant people and get buy-in. So this is really important, to get buy-in from various stakeholders. If you don't get buy-in, then you'll just be creating numbers up there theoretically. That's really important. So this is a really great strategy to address a lot of problems. The numbers really help address cognitive biases. Another one that I want to talk about is getting an external perspective. External perspective from someone here in the room who now knows about cognitive biases. Another external perspective can be from someone who is a coach or consultant, or someone who's a mentor in your organization. That's really helpful for seeing your own flaws, your own problems, your own cognitive biases. I want to talk about now the key takeaways from this presentation. 1, don't trust your gut. Your intuitions will fail you. Really. I am an optimist, actually. I just know about that our intuitions fail us badly. And that's something to really know about. 2nd, watch out for cognitive biases. There are over 100 of them. You can go to Wikipedia. It's a good resource for this. Again, my book is outside. There are plenty of other resources we can talk about later. And use science-based decision-making strategies. These are the kinds of things that will help you address the kind of problems that go on in our gut that are really influencing highly negative tendencies in a lot of areas, including in public sector HR management. I want to encourage you to invest in socially intelligent leadership, in social intelligence-based strategies. Now, social intelligence, as I mentioned, is the ability to understand other people's emotions, what drives them, including these cognitive biases, and the ability to manage other people's emotions, to get them to advance your organization's goals. That's what social intelligence is about. I want to challenge you to put 10% of your resources over the next 3 months in HR professional development into social intelligence. You'll be on the cutting edge of the field, and your initiatives in HR management will improve greatly. You'll address a lot of the problems that we mentioned today: pessimism bias and optimism bias, halo and horns effect, various implicit biases, and so on. I want you to think about what story you're going to leave today with. Are you going to leave thinking that, hey, I heard this paradigm-shifting presentation, and I came back from this paradigm-shifting presentation, and I just let it slip through the cracks? That's one type of conversation. That's one type of story. Another type of story is, hey, I heard this paradigm-shifting presentation, and I went back to my workplace, and I integrated the strategies into my workplace. I spread these ideas to my coworkers, and I was able to really greatly improve HR leadership in my organization. It's your story. And I want you to think about what story you want to tell yourself tomorrow, in 3 months, and in a year. Thank you very much.